Hey y'all, it's Sam here. I know it's kind of dark filming this at night. It's like 11:30 at night, and I'm in my car. Now I just started to talk. So, I wanted to tell y'all about something that happened yesterday at my job. So, whenever people say you never know what someone's going through, like, seriously, that's really a thing. So, this guy came in and, I was not having it together at work, so I kept on dropping everything, and I would drop his receipt, I kept on dropping cups and all that, I couldn't keep a steady hand or anything. And so he was laughing, and he was giving me a hard time, and so I was giving him a hard time too, and he was just like, I really thank you for this. I'm like, what? And I kept apologizing because I felt bad and everything. And so he was just like, I want to thank you. He said, this week's been really rough and I really needed this laugh. And I was just like, I'm so sorry. I told him, I was like, it hasn't been the greatest of weeks for me either. And he was just like, yeah, well, I'm going through a divorce right now. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't really know what to say. But I was just glad I could be helpful, I guess you could say. And so yeah, I thought it made me feel good because you never know what someone's going through, why they're reacting the way they do or why they act the way they do, or at the moment, you never know. So that's always something you want to keep in mind because you never know. The smallest thing you can do could seriously change someone's mind or make someone's day, But yeah, but anywho, that's really all I wanted to say about that. But, so I just wanted to talk about something. And it's about something personal about me. It's not really personal, but it's something that I just thought I would share. So, lately, there's been a lot of very disrespectful people that I've been seeing and everything. And what I've realized is that, so growing up, I did not have the best of life. And so, I'm thankful for my family and everything, don't get me wrong, but I went through some really tough things growing up. And well, in school, whenever I was in school, I was bullied and everything. There would be times that I would be bullied or just I was stuck in things that I could have gotten out of, but I didn't, and I didn't think there was a way out or anything. But anywho, I wanted to talk about that because people can be really rude and mean and disrespectful and everything. And then there's people that will try to change you to make you better and everything, yada, yada, yada. Well, anyways, what I'm trying to say is that whenever I got bullied and everything, it did destroy me. It hurt me really bad, and I got hurt a lot in school. Whenever I say a lot, I can't stand school due to how I was treated and what I went through and everything. It was horrible. I had a horrible middle school, high school experience. Probably the best year was my senior year. But anywho, what I kept in mind throughout my whole high school years and from whenever I was younger and everything is that I wanted to be different from everyone else. I seriously wanted to be the change and the difference in this world. And so that's why I'm always a positive, happy person because no matter what I went through, I did not want to depend on something to make me better. So I did not want to use alcohol. I did not want to use drugs. I did not want to do anything like that because I wanted to prove that you can get through anything without using anything, And so, also what kept me going in school is that I wanted to be like Jesus, honestly. Of course, I didn't do all things that Jesus would do, or wouldn't. I would do things that Jesus wouldn't do, But nobody's perfect, you know? But what I kept in mind is that Jesus went through a whole bunch of stuff, you know? Like, he went through a lot. And what I kept in my mind in school is, if Jesus remained such a nice, calm soul throughout his ways and everything he went through, then I want to be like him. I want to be the nice person that doesn't change. I didn't want to change. And like, my friends at the time would try to change me, or my boyfriends that I dated, they'd be like, hey, you need to grow a backbone. Like, they would tell me I need to speak up for myself. But the thing is that, yes, I got ran over and everything. Like, people ran me over and everything. But the thing is that I did not want to change. I did not want to change how nice I was, because they were trying to make me stop being nice as I was. They were changing me. And I let them for a little bit, but then I was like, I don't want to be like this. So I would change back to how I was, because how I was being, I didn't find it right. I did not like it. And so now I'm my nice self, but like, don't ever let anyone change you, especially if you know you're not really doing anything wrong. Like, there's really nothing wrong with you. If someone makes you feel like a gift you have, like forgiving or just being nice or anything like that, if they make you feel like it's a curse or just it's a flaw or whatever, then they're not worth being in your life. They're really not. Because if they can't accept you for who you are, and yeah, if you're too nice and everything, it's not a bad thing, but you gotta learn your worth. Learning your worth will help you realize what's worth dealing with and what's not. And I know in almost all my videos, I'm like talking about your worth, but honestly, that's like a huge thing. It's a huge thing for me. I'm passionate about it because I learned my worth, and like, I feel so much happier and so much better because I know it's worth keeping around what's not worth keeping around. Because if someone does not accept me for me and realizes that I am a blessing, like, I know that sounds kind of vain, but like, we're all blessings. And like, people made me think for the longest time that like everything I did was like, well, almost everything I did, not everything I did, but being too nice and just too forgiving and everything, they made me feel like it was a curse and just I was a mistake for having those things. Like, no, those aren't mistakes, I promise you. It's just, you tend to keep the people around that like will change you, and you don't need to be changed unless they're making you into a better person. But these people would say for me to grow a backbone, but Jesus got walked all over on and everything, but yet he still remained the same, and he still had the same faith for Jesus as he does now. I mean, as God, sorry. He still remained the same throughout it all. And so, that's how I want to be, you know? It's just crazy. It's not okay for people to walk all over you. That's not what I'm saying, but, I mean, you can speak up, but do not say or do anything that you will regret, you know? I tend to say that a lot, I'm sorry. But I just wanted to talk about that because there's a lot of rude, cruel people in this world. But if you are a nice person and you don't really do anything and people are trying to change you and everything, do not change. Just be yourself, because honestly, what you have is probably one of the greatest and rarest gifts you could ever have. Like, everyone's different. Like, they may have the same gift, but they can react differently, you know? But yeah, it's just, oh my gosh, that just scared the fire out of me. But I just wanted to talk about that and just let y'all know that no matter what, you can get through anything. No matter what. If Jesus can get through it, you can get through it. If I can get through it, I had a horrid high school years. I hated high school. But if I can get through it, you can get through it. And like, of course you're gonna learn and you're gonna go through phases and everything, but you'll find yourself. You will find yourself eventually. But don't ever let anyone change you for how you are.